And I think it's only right that we start off with a player that should be well known, not just to Canes fans, but to anybody that knows anything about college football. Justin Flowe.
Yeah, this guy is an absolute monster. In case to the particulars that you guys might have not known, he's 6'1" and a half, or 6'2", 225 pounds. Upland High School in Upland, California. His rating is a 99.86. I don't know what that other .14 what he's missing, because I don't think he's missing anything.
Yeah.
Number one ranked inside linebacker in the country, the number 3 overall player. He's offered by 40 schools, including the usual suspects: Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, USC, etc. There's 6 crystal ball predictions, and they're all for USC. Um, this is what we talked about, that I think we have a much better chance. We talked about it on our live podcast. Um, we have a much better chance because of what's going on with USC. Now, there's been rumors flying around, and rumors sometimes it's just a writer who throws something out there. And by the way, all of our ratings, we didn't mention that, we always do. All of our ratings are from 247 composite ratings. The stats from Max Preps, and all the film that we have are from Huddle. I encourage you guys to visit all those sites. Ton of information in there. Obviously, we can't always cover it all, but those are great sites. The reason I was mentioning that is one of the rumors that I don't think this was on 247. It was on some other site, because we always research a bunch of different sites. Talked about a rumor that Urban Meyer had to quell, saying that as far as he feels, he's staying retired, because one of the rumors was that he would replace Clay Helton at USC.
At USC, right?
Right. So I think the fact that all these crystal balls are coming in for USC, but that Clay Helton is on the hot seat, is going to work out in our favor. Especially us having a good season, especially the fact that he visited with his father
on his own dime.
On his own dime, on a 2-day trip that they came down to they were at the, it wasn't the, it was a spring game. No, it wasn't a spring game. It was the scrimmage at Travis Ball.
I saw him. Yeah,
right,
I saw him out there.
And so I think we have a legitimate shot of landing him from that standpoint, that I think USC is going to struggle this year. I do see them struggling again. And if they struggle, I think it opens the door for us, especially if they have a coaching change.
Yeah.
So now getting to the player, this guy's an absolute monster. He's, I think, the best middle. I can't even remember. I'm trying to think of the last time I've liked a middle linebacker coming out of high school as much as Flo. Man, it'd be hard. It'd be hard to come up with one. But anyways, just a monster. Great instincts. Plays downhill, plays with violence. Just, he even has cover skills. He's a monster. You want to go ahead and give him the measurables?
Yeah, his 40 Huddle has him at a 4.5.
I don't think he's a 4.5. I think he's closer to that 4.68.
That 4.68, yeah. Yeah, looking at 34 inches. His shuttle's 4.38. Benches 385, squats 605, and he cleans 325. So he's an animal.
Go ahead and give him the stats.
For the varsity, I'm gonna give you guys first his junior season, and then I'll go ahead and give you guys his total, with his high school stats as a whole. But his junior season, he played 12 games. He had 88 solo tackles, 57 assisted tackles, which is a total of 145. He had 17 tackles for loss. He averaged 12 tackles a game in his junior season. In total, his varsity, he played 27 games, because his sophomore season he played 10. But if you look at his freshman year to his sophomore year to his junior year, he just keeps on getting better. And frankly, I'm excited to see what numbers he puts up this year. But he's the number 3 player overall in the country for a reason. And he's the best linebacker in the country for a reason. And he's being offered by everybody, obviously. because of how much of a player he is. I haven't seen a linebacker of his stature and that kind of player at that position in a long time, man. So I mean, you're older than me, and you have seen a lot more players than I have. So I mean, who does he maybe remind you of coming out of high school with this much talent at this
See,
size?
That's the thing. I was trying to come up with a comparable, and coming out of high school, man, it's hard finding a comparable for him. It is, because he looks like a college player already. Right. So it's not like, with Trenton Simpson, for example, you know how much I liked him at outside linebacker. But Flowe and Savell Smalls have this in common, in that it's fairly rare that you see a linebacker who looks like they're sophomores, or not sophomores, looks like they're almost seniors in college in terms of they're ready for college ball right now. And you have to remember, they haven't even played their senior seasons yet.
Right.
So that's pretty rare. Let's go ahead and get to the film so everybody can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just an absolute monster.
I love watching this film, man.
Oh, I could watch it over. Look at that body. Look at that physique, dude. That kid hasn't played his senior season yet. And he's built like a monster.
See the violence.
Look at this. Oh, man, you feel sorry for that running back. Oh, man, that was nasty. Look at that again. Oh, God, why did they show it in slow motion? I feel it's like he got hit twice. Look at this. Reads the play perfectly, body slam.
Yeah. That's not a tiny bag either. You just picked him up.
No, you just dish-ragged him. Now watch this one.
Yeah.
Sees the play developing. Now look at his closing speed and just blows up the guy. Again, watch what he does in coverage. Okay. Ooh. That's his film is like that on every single play. Look at that. And just look at the instincts. I mean, listen, he's not only a 5-star. You saw that rating of 99.86. Now, you heard, I do think we have a better chance than many others are giving us, because of the fact that he did visit, 2-day visit on his own dime. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. A lot's going to depend on what we do this year and what USC does. But we're right there, at least, even though now 247 composite or 247 has us as cool in terms of the interest. We went out to California during the spring evaluation period to visit him. So we're maintaining the contact.
And like you said, he came on his own dime. That's something when it comes to recruiting that you really want to see, especially for high-profile players, is you always want them to come take an official visit, obviously. But what is really telling sometimes with these recruits is if they do unofficial visits on their own dime, meaning the school is not paying for them to come down here. So the fact that he came down here on his own dime, paid for his own ticket, that means there's interest there, obviously. Right. And then obviously we went up to California to visit him. So
a couple of times we've been to Cali to see him.
So we'll see. I think what you hit the nail on the head when it comes to USC and their coaching situation. If USC has a down year and some coaching changes end up happening, then hey, that's something that a recruit of his stature and such an amazing talent might not want to necessarily go into uncertainty at USC. So who knows?
Yep.
Who knows?
Yep.
And like you said, if we have another 7-6 season,
right,
that's gonna hurt us.
Like I said, I don't see us having anything less than a 10-win season.
I'm just saying that we assuming that USC does have those issues, and that's also assuming that we have the season that we think we're gonna have. Then I think that does put us in a good spot. Maybe we'll see.
Absolutely.
Ryan Little.